Every year, more New Zealanders die as a result of suicide than on our roads. In fact, the suicide rate can be up to 50% higher than the road toll. In 2011, Māori youth suicide rates were 2.4 times higher than that of non-Māori youth. With this in mind, a group of motorbike enthusiasts are spreading their anti-suicide message to rangatahi around the motu. They call themselves R.A.T.S, Riders Against Teen Suicide. Our reporter Billy Joe Hoheparopiha put on her leathers for a road trip from Kaikohe to Opotiki.
It's just on dawn in the heart of Ngāpuhi country. The quiet streets of Kaikohe in Northland soon shattered by the roar of hogs. Leather-clad riders are hitting the road for a cause. The cause is suicide.
The thing that we can't do is we can't do nothing about suicide. We have to do something, whether you're standing up on the corner, whether you've got a group, whether you've got a bike and a Harley and you just want to rev it and say, no suicide, that stuff, all of this bike ride, this is great, and it's putting the word out there.
The Green Ribbon Campaign and R.A.T.S, Riders Against Teenage Suicide, have joined up to take their kaupapa from Kaikohe to Opotiki. Their hope to break the silence on what they say is an issue that needs to be brought out into the open. So they're blasting their way around the motu to get their message heard.
I want people and the country to do something about the terrible suicides that we're having right in our midst, in our homes, in our marae, in our schools. It's 100% avoidable.
They carry their message to Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Rākau Mangamanga in Huntly.
I just want to tell you a story about my boy. He was in the very first whare kura in the country.
Arthur Harawira is a father on a mission. He lost his eldest son, Eru, to suicide 18 years ago.
He taught taiaha, he taught patu, he taught the short poi, he taught the long poi. He wrote his own poetry in English and Māori. He recorded his own music. And you know there was nothing he couldn't achieve. But there was one thing that I never trained him for, and that was love. And he got into a relationship with a long-time friend. And when they split, he couldn't handle it. I was really devastated finding my boy, you know, and when I found him, I screamed at the top of my voice, and it changed my life. Changed my life completely, that incident. We used to spend hours and hours on end in taiaha on the front lawn, till the wee hours of the night, you know. Every day we'd do taiaha, do something and learn new moves and that sort of stuff. So I actually never went back to taiaha after he passed. So. But my boy wasn't a kino boy. He had love, he had whānau, he had brothers and sisters. He had aunties and uncles, He had coaches and kapahaka and league teachers that taught him everything. You know, and I tell you what, none of us will know exactly the reason why until we get to the other side.
Arthur's friend Phil Paikia, who's on the ride, also knows the pain that suicide can cause. He says people need to be brave and speak up if they suspect someone is being abused, because he knows it can lead to suicide.
A young lady that's from the Hokianga, and she moved down to South Auckland with her extended family. Well, this family abused her, and she was a teenager, but she had mental health issues. And so this family actually chopped her Achilles heel and chained her in the wash house and kept her in there, collected her benefit and abused her. The whole family abused her to the point where neighbours heard her screaming, crying and all the bashing going on, but nobody said anything. Because people stayed silent, the victims died.
It's the silent killer. Our country lost over 540 people to suicide just last year. But what's more worrying is our young male Māori men are killing themselves at a higher rate than any other demographic. So why are they doing it? And what's the solution to stop it? Kahui Neho is the founder of the Green Ribbon campaign. She was driven to form the movement because of the high number of Māori killing themselves. She wants people to take someone's cry for help seriously.
Now we hear so much of that kōrero when it's a myth of suicide. If someone threatens that they're going to commit suicide, it's a sign that they are seeking attention. That's not it at all. Because, you know, with our teenagers and youth too, Billy Joe, they don't come up to you and they say, oh, I'm going to kill myself tomorrow. They don't do that. But they drop certain signs to the whānau, you know, early warning signs that we need to look out for as a whānau when we have a real happy teenager and youth, and then automatically they do a 380 and they're so isolated and withdrawn. We as parents think that, oh, they're just going through a phase, and then all of a sudden they come back to their more cheerier self, and that's a huge sign.
And others on the ride have their own personal stories to tell.
I had a mate that he shared his testimony, and he said his friend was feeling really down and all that, and his friend came up and asked him, oh, do you think I'm ugly? And the mate said, oh, yeah, of course you're ugly, but, you know, he said it as a joke, you know, because it was his best mate. And then his best mate said, well, what do you reckon I should do? And then he said, oh, you should kill yourself. And then the next day he did. He killed himself.
Amos Ali was a former gang member. His life of hard drugs, alcohol and crime took him to a dark place earlier in his life.
I once thought about it, but then heard this little whisper, you know, that if I do it, then my children might think it's okay for them to do it, because I did it, and I didn't want to sort of start that sort of generation thing, so, you know, I didn't do it, I just...
If only I'd seen the signs. If only I'd known what to do. If only I'd listened more.
This ad was made by Lifeline Aotearoa. It was played only once on Māori television, but never played on mainstream TV.
Every year, more New Zealanders die as a result of suicide than on our roads.
Many things, big and small, can lead to suicide.
It's the second most common cause of death amongst our young people.
There are restrictions on the reporting of suicide in the media. It's feared that reporting too many details can lead to copycat deaths.
Throughout my mahi, throughout the campaign, I know that if our government allowed more mainstream media promotion and advertising on suicide, then that would indeed help, because the awareness and the prevention is out there.
I see the young Māori boy on television, and he goes, save a friend, the one around alcohol and drinking and that, and I'm thinking, save a friend, prevent a friend from driving home at night, legend. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, geez, stop a friend from committing suicide, legend.
Arthur Harawira is now in the process of setting up a program to help people identify those most at risk.
It's just a program to identify somebody that's in depression. If someone says to you, I want to commit suicide, you have to do something. And there's a simple course. Talk to a teacher straight away. Because the people that do this, you are the heroes of our community. Save your mate. If someone is bullying somebody else on the texts or cyber or in school, brail them. Brail them, that's not right. E hale te mea tika.
With the group growing to a mighty cavalry of more than 100, their roar is greeted with waves from whānau on the streets of Opotiki. Youth carry on with reckless abandon. Kids and babies stare in awe at the men and women rolling up on their two wheels of thunder. But for this dad, the pain of losing his son will never die. He just hopes the message he's sharing will end up saving a life.
To me, he's not that far away. And I love him and I miss him. I miss him every day. I think about the things that he'd done in his life, more than many people, twice his age. He was a great role model for his mates and a great confidant, and he was my boy.